Sorry about all the takes, guys, but the streaming software just doesn't want to work. So, let's hope that you can see and hear me. Now, I finally got it to work, but we're not going to go past 9 o'clock, so it'll be a short stream. So let's check this out. Streaming on YouTube. All right, 2 viewers. Let me get this opened up here. Okay, let's see what we got over here. I want to see that. There we go. All right, I apologize for all the starts and stops, but the software doesn't seem to be working very well. So, what we're going to do tonight is not a whole lot. As I stated in a couple of other videos this weekend, I did some work over John's house. John and I cut the foam core wing, and I cut out some parts. So I'll show you what I got here. These are the wing tips. They'll be, when they're carved, they'll be 7 grams. I can tell you that now because this is 3.9 pound wood. But those are the wing tips for it. I did, with full disclosure, tell you that I sanded these, the elevator stabilizer to an airfoil, and I did the airfoils on the elevators. I did a cutout for the wheel. I didn't shape this, but heck, don't have a million hours to do. Plus, we worked on getting the motor going, as you saw. So, wing layout. This is the inboard top. The idea is to, let's see, outboard, inboard, there we go. The idea is to take these mold bucks these are 1 pound density, or maybe it's 2 pound density foam. It's pretty heavy stuff. We're going to mold it. I'll mold the sheeting on this and glue it to this cord out. This cord out leading edge. So the sheeting from this will be glued to this. And this piece here will have the spar glued into it. So this will become a D, a solid wood D. And how this is going to operate is I'm going to notch. It'll have a rib on the end, 1/8 inch rib on the end, and a 1/16 inch rib on the tip, all locked together. And we're going to mark out where the rib locations go now. Now the wire has cut down into this foam so I can see exactly where the ribs go. I don't know, I guess you're probably looking at the top of my head, but I still need to lay out for landing gear. where it goes. And then section that, we forgot to section that. The landing gear go approximately here. I'll check it out. So have a mark here, a mark here, mark here, mark here, so on and so forth. And then on the very end, so I want to draw a center line down this. It's going to be a hand fit wing basically. So we got 2 inches wide, so we want to do 1 inch. And this down here is 1 3/4 inches, so that's going to be 7/8. 7/8 right there. We'll draw a light center line. Now, you don't want to put the square on this edge because this edge here is tapered on either side. So we're going to rest the square on this center line here. So the first notch will be on the top. I don't have a square that, how can I do that? I guess it doesn't matter, I just eyeball it, make it parallel. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll square them up when I... And you wonder, why am I doing it this way? And I'll explain that in a minute. I see how to do this. I see how to do this. And it's an awful lot of work to go to for a wing, but this is just something that I wanted to try. Along with I want to try an X-wing, which I did try to build in 91. But I didn't have foam cutting equipment. It was plotted ribs, and it was difficult for me anyway. Okay, so let's make sure the stations are square now. Pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Then up. Okay, why am I doing it this way? So this one's wrong here. No, that's right. So this one's down, this one's up. This one's down, so this is wrong. I'll look at the questions now if you have any. So we're going to notch this side here. All right, what I got going is, let me move this so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm not going to run all the way to the center line on this with these notches, for the simple fact that it'll make this piece weak. So I'm only going to come down into this probably 5/8 of an inch. And this is the TLAR method. It doesn't matter because the ribs have to be hand fit to each slot anyway. You don't want to put all these slits on one side, for the simple fact the wing will bow. It will relieve and it'll be a banana when you're done. So you got to cut one side, then the other side, one side, then the other side. So that's the theory behind that part there. And like I said, because I had such a hard time getting the stream going tonight, it doesn't look like we're going to be on this very long. I'll see if I can't make it work better tomorrow night. I don't know what's up with YouTube. It didn't want to cooperate for Rusty either last night. So let's do some wood selection, I guess. I can't really show you molding these because I got to put the sheets in the bathtub to get them wet. So what I'll be doing on the molding process is I'll go ahead and lay these sheets out now, but I'm not going to show the molding itself. I'll go ahead and get those parts made up. So let's put this away. I'm going to be building another one of the XLs. So I don't want to use my very finest wood for this model because I have another stash in St. Louis, but I don't want to have to drive there to get that out. So we're going to weigh these sheets. These are all 3/32 by 4 by 36. And I need some good pieces here. Let's see what we got. There's about 40 sheets here. And I want this airplane to come out, 38 to 40 ounces. So you got to start with light wood. Let's see, they're already weighed. That's good. So we got 11 grams. Well, let's see what we got here. 16. Maybe I got to go to the other stack. I don't think this is the super light stuff here. Those are 11s. Let me get this out of the way. Wood selection is very important when you're doing a project like this. You want light, straight, A-grain wood. Let's see. There's no room here. Okay, here's another box, 40 sheets. What we got here? These are what? 16th or nope, these are good ones too. Let's see here. Looks to me as I've weighed all this stuff beforehand already. That's a heavy one. Heavy. 18, 8, 19. That's not the stack either. I got some good 16th. I probably could get away with 16th on this airplane. I think that's what they used to. Come on. Everything's always so difficult. There we go. Let's look at these. That's balsa. Okay, another stack. Okay, so that's heavier yet. There's some white stuff there. 10, 9. I got any 6s and stuff in here? 9s. These are all 9 gram. You know what? Let's do it with the 16th instead. Instead of the 3/32. Put these back. These go away. They're not as wide, but I'll use these on my XL. Thank you, Gerald, for the super chat. Much appreciated. At 9 o'clock, I'll open up the Jitsi link. Okay, so all right, let's look at this stuff here. That's good enough. That's a 10, no good. 9s. These are, oh, here we go, 7s. 7, 7, 7. We got any 6s and 5s? 6s. There we go. We're getting down there now. 6, 6, 8, 9, 7, 8, 8. We'll go 8 gram. We'll look at the 7s. Might as well go for broke. Seems that I'm going to build it out of 16th. Might as well make it as light as possible. 7, 7, 7, 9, 9. That's a piece of 3/8 or 3/16. I mean. Okay. Let's see if we have enough sheets to do the whole wing out of 7s. These go back. If you want a light airplane, you have to start with light wood, period. Don't believe that nonsense that, well, you can use twice as thick or half a stick, it weighs the same. No, they don't work that way. That's a 9. That's not a 7. Okay. So how many sheets do we need for the leading edges? We need 6 for the leading edge. One. Well, I've got some big saw cuts in that thing. I think we're kind of, there's a 7, a 7, 7, this is 8, 8, 8, 6s, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I don't know if that's enough wood for the whole wing or not. But we'll try to figure it out here. This is a 10. We don't want to use that. So we need 6 leading edge pieces. 3, 6. Yep, that's enough to build the whole wing. So let's see what that is. How many sheets that is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We'll throw in one more, 12 for added measure. Let's see, pull out one of those other light ones out of this pile here. Yep, let's get a nice one. Now we want to match grain. These are 9s. These are not bad. I use these for the trailing edges. 9, 9. I don't want to use that one. It's been gnarred on. I'll use that. Okay, let's see how bad it relieves itself. So if I were to use all this wood, which I won't, the wing would weigh this is way more wood than I need. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16 sheets. This wing will weigh 16 mode. Somebody type in the chat box and give me a guesstimate on the weight of just the raw materials that I have here. What the heck happened to the spar? The other spar. I got one. Well, I'm gonna have to dig around for the spar. I already got it cut and it's here somewhere. Where did it go? Come on. Well, it looks to me like I lost. It's got to be here. No, that ain't it. We can make one out of that though, if necessary. Okay, we're not dead in the water. Anyway, the weight of this wing. We're not going to use all this wood. We're going to lose at least 50% of the wingtip. You know, I hear you guys talk about 15, 16-ounce wings. This wing weighs, this wing right here is 8 ounces of material. But we're going to lose 50%. This will be a 5-ounce wing, complete, everything. And then add the flaps. There'll be a ½ ounce a piece, be 5, 6, 7 plus a horn, 8 ounces. 8-ounce total wing. That includes bell crank, push rod, everything ready to go in the airplane. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the Jitsi chat up because we got such a late start. There's really not a whole lot I can do tonight. But I did promise that Gerald says 6 ounces. Well, you're close. It'll be 8 ounces completely finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chat up, look in the chat box here for the link. You can turn on your camera, come into the Jitsi, talk to me, and we'll discuss whatever. And then I got to go to bed, as always. So what happened to the mouse? What did I do with the mouse? Man, I'm just a mess tonight. There it is. Okay. Copy. And we'll paste it down here. Paste. Go. If you care to join me, click on that link, have your camera and microphone ready to go. We can discuss whatever about the airplane and its progress. I had to have put that back in here. Absolutely had to have. That ain't it. What the heck did I do with it? Picked it up. Come on. No, not there. Not there. I'm looking for the outboard spar. I bet it went way down in that box. Damn. All right. Get out my free Harbor Freight flashlight. You didn't put it in this file here. That's 16th. Not in that. Did it go in here? Oh, there it is. All right, found it. All right, click on the link in the chat box. there's no password or anything like that. I don't know, but the thing's been acting up tonight. So I guess I could cut a few ribs out while I'm waiting. Well, no, I can't. Nope, I've got to do this in sequence. So this is my wing here. Normally I build the wings out of 3/32 because of that starved horse look that I hate. But seeing that I'm going to be gluing this to foam, I think that I think I can get away with 16. So that gets glued to this. That gets glued to that. And this gets glued to this. Actually, only 2.5 sheets. So that's good. That is good. This will be a real experimental project. I think it's going to be nice, so. So, the light cut, there we go. That'll be how it is, like that. 1/8" piece back here. This thing will be made into a baseball bat. Let me turn it up a little bit higher. Turn it made into a baseball bat. And then the ribs will glue on the back of this spar. I think it's an idea I got from the combat guys. So it's not new. How long have I been running here? 33 minutes. I apologize once again for the delay in the stream. It just would not cooperate. Tomorrow night I'll try to be more on time. 8 o'clock Central Time. I have to eat and I have to go to sleep, so I can't hang out much, too long. So make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos. If you learned something, hey, drop me a super chat like Gerald did. Appreciate that, Gerald. Give it a thumbs up. And probably in about a month, we'll have an airplane. Believe it or not, that's all it takes. I mean, there's nothing to this. I use that C-temp material that I showed you that I got. I traced it on the plans, and I took this over there to John's house and cut them on a bandsaw and sanded them on his 12-inch disc sander. And they're tacked together now, but they'll split apart pretty easy. Everything's identical. We'll carve them into shape, hollow them out. These tips only weigh. This was an extremely good piece of wood I cut this out of. And if you ever see me at Brodak or anywhere, This weighs 1¼ ounces with everything there. It'll weigh 7 grams when I'm done carving on it. You ever see me at Brodak or anywhere else, I always head over to the factory, and I go in the back and I hand select my block wood. I can get decent sheet wood anywhere, and that nonsense about you can't get light wood, nah, you can't get it cheap. But if you're willing to pay for it, you can get anything you want. I think the Free Flight guys have the market cornered on super light wood. I think it's about, I don't know. I heard it was 3,000 a pound, but I'd say it's probably 1,500 a pound. You know, you get what you pay for. You guys need to quit being cheap. Just pay for it. So that's about all I got for this evening. I really appreciate you guys' support and the forum. The forum's going great. I haven't had to go too crazy. And if you're registering for the forum, you don't use your first name with a space and a last name, you won't get through. I don't know how many times I got to say that. It's like beating my head against the wall. And these nonsense email addresses that are bogus, you're not going to get through. So put a real email address in there with your real first and last name. I don't care if you're even Joe Bellcrank, but this is not done by software. This is, it's a name that I better believe, because if I don't believe it, you won't get through. Plain and simple. I don't sell email addresses. I don't spam anybody. I don't, like other companies that I won't mention, but the big ones, they're all sharing your data and all that other stuff. I don't have the time for that crap. And so till I see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.